What's up, y'all? In this video right here, working on the 2019 Nissan Altima, doing an engine swap, doing to a blown head. So, tap in. At this point, I already dropped the engine on the subframe. Had to come down with the transmission. As you can see, it's pretty gutted out. After that, I'll move on to me lowering down a new engine onto the transmission. This one's a little tricky because of the angles and stuff like that, but outside of that, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. The only thing I had to do was just align two dials that was on the engine to line up with the transmission. Sometimes it's straightforward. In this situation, it wasn't. Had to do a lot of twisting and turning and stuff like that, but I eventually got it lined up. At this point, I'm just trying to get the bolts lined up with the hose, the bolts from the transmission to the engine, so that I can align the flywheel with the torque converter. After that, on the back side, I had to install the bracket for the CV axle. I had to put on exhaust header with the integrated catalytic converter. And then on this video right here, like I was speaking about before, after lining up the bolts from the engine with the engine and the transmission, I had to get the torque converter aligned. It would probably have been easy to go ahead and do it with it, so once it was attached, once the engine and the cradle were attached to the car. But I was just like, shoot, since I'm right here, I might as well go ahead and do it, because I ain't gonna lie, sometimes you'll forget to do certain things. So this is how I got it off, that's how I got it back in. And so on this point right here, I'm lowering the car down onto the engine and transmission to get everything bolted up so that I can go ahead and start putting the suspension components and stuff like that back together. At this point right here, I'm just making sure that AC compressor that's hanging can align, and then I'm also going on the driver's side to make sure that the rack and pinion is aligned with the hole that's going through the firewall. And then I lifted up the hood just so I can check for the alignment of the engine and transmission from the top side. And as you can see, I got it all put back together. And I definitely appreciate y'all watching. Andy JG, what's up, y'all?